Hi guys, and welcome back to the Alpha Tone Shine. My name is Prime M, and today we're on to episode 6 of Catch Me in Greenpoint season 2. Guys, in order to understand what is about to happen in this episode, you have to go back and watch season 1 if you haven't watched season 1. This is season 2, episode 6. With that being said, let's get into this one. This episode is something else. So me, James and Ricky, we are still over by the warehouse in Brooklyn Navy Yard. It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It's a Tuesday evening. I remember guys, Friday, the feds, they're coming for me. We're discussing what's going to happen tonight and what Jennifer said about Greg, depending on what she's saying. So I'm going to go give Jennifer a visit now. I have an hour. I told her I'm going to come see her at 3. So I'm going to go give Jennifer a visit right now. So I tell Ricky and James, yo, I'll be back in about an hour and a half. If you guys get Greg, just let me know and I'll come over here and we'll see what's the deal. And then James said, I bet me and Ricky, we're going to be here chopping it up until you get back. And the deputy, he should be getting over here soon as well, because after the meeting, you should come see me. So maybe when you come back, the deputy is here. And I said, all right, that's a fact, James. All right, I'm going to go give Jennifer a visit now. I'll see you guys later. So on my way to go see Jennifer, I'm driving to go see her. Brooklyn Navy Yard is like 10 minutes away from Woodall Hospital. I drive straight down Flushing Avenue and I'll get there in no time. So on my way over there, I'm driving, I'm thinking about Greg, and I'm like, yo, I really should kill this guy Greg behind the thieves back, just get it over with. And it would be like Greg is missing. I mean, what do we have to lose? You know what I mean? I know James maybe will talk about integrity, but who cares about integrity? I'm trying to survive. But anyways, let's just see what happened, what Jennifer have to say, and we will discuss what's going on. So I'm driving on the way to Woodall Hospital and going down Flushing Avenue. I think at this point I'm at Flushing and Tompkins. So I'm there at the light, and I'm waiting for the light to change. The light is on red. So I'm there sitting at the light, and then I saw a surprise across the street. And then I said to that surprise, yo, come here. And the surprise come over to the car. And I said, get in the car. Me and you, we're going to take care of something. I have some money to pick up. But before that, let's go to Crown Heights to go see my boy. And then me and you, we go pick up the money over in Ridgewood. And then the surprise said, okay, let's do that. So me and the surprise, we driving and we're going down Tompkins because we're going to Crown Heights to go see my boy. And, I'm driving with the surprise. And then I opened my glove compartment and I took out a butterfly knife and I said to the surprise, do you know how to use a butterfly knife? And the surprise said, yeah, I know how to use it. And I said, yeah, a lot of people don't know how to open it up. And then I have it, and then I open it up, and then I stab the surprise in the neck, and I twist the knife, and then I pull it out. And then the surprise grab their neck, and then I stab the surprise in the belly, and twist it, and push it to the side, and then I pull it out. And after I cut out the surprise belly, I saw the intestine on the car seat. There wasn't any blood as yet. But the neck, a lot of blood was coming out of the neck, and the surprise was holding the belly. And then I saw the blood start coming now, and then this blood start mixing with the intestine and everything, and a whole bunch of stuff. And then I stabbed the surprise in the neck back close to where the spine is, because the surprise was holding the intestine, trying to put it back in. And then I stabbed the surprise in the neck back, and I twist the knife and pull it out again. I remember this is a butterfly knife, so it's sturdy. And then the surprise start wiping blood on the car window so other people could see it from the outside, but no one could see because this part on Tompkins Avenue is close to a park and there's no one over by the park when I stop right there. So I have like 4 or 5 minutes before anyone should really pass right here. And I have to chef up the surprise real quick. So I'm in the car chefing up the surprise, and the surprise, is running out of energy, and strength. I can see that the surprise is losing the life out of it. And then the surprise finally give. The surprise is dead. And then what I did, because I pulled over in the car now, I rocked back the car seat with the surprise, and then the blood was covered in window, the passenger seat and the other seat. And I had little blood on my hands and everything. So what I did, I wind down the car window. So when I wind down both car window, you couldn't see any more blood from the outside. And the surprise is dead. And I said, shit, I gotta go get rid of his body. I'm already in Crown Heights, So I took the body to this big fat creepy guy, the same guy I took my lawyer to and the two police guys to get rid of the bodies on the car. I took the surprise over there and I gave it to the big fat creepy guy, and I let the big fat creepy guy know, this car, I'm gonna need this car back. When can I get it? And the big fat creepy guy told me give him about 10 days to get this car really cleaned up. And I said, alright, I'm gonna come back for this car in 10 days and get rid of the body. And then the big fat creepy guy do a sign like this. And I said, oh, when I can't run low, I'm gonna wire you some money tonight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wire you money for about 4 bodies. So look out for that. And then the big fat creepy guy said, okay. And then 30 at this point, I'm like, shit, I gotta get to the hospital real quick. I'm in Crown Heights. You know, I could get there by 3 if I get into an Uber. So I get an Uber, I get rid of that shirt, you know, got blood on the sleeve and everything because of the surprise. When I was chefing up the surprise, you know what I mean? I got blood on it. So I get rid of it, got into an Uber, and I got over to Woodall Hospital. To Woodall Hospital, I was looking for Jennifer. It took me about 10 minutes to find her, and I did find her. When I get to her room, I saw 2 women leaving out of her room. And she said, hey, Romain, do you want these 2 ladies to pray for you that just finished praying for me and they was been here for like an hour with me now? I said, nah, it's okay, you know, that's nice, Jennifer, but I'm okay. I don't need them to pray for me. And one of the ladies said, you sure? Do you believe in God? I said, yeah, I believe in God. And she said, so why do you want us to pray for you? I said, you know, I like to pray for myself and stuff like that. You know, quiet and privacy all by myself. And, you know, I don't like when people pray for me in public. If you want to pray for me, you know, you can pray for me when you're at home, when I'm away. But to pray right here in front of me, for me, I don't like that. And she was like, but if you believe in God, you shouldn't be ashamed of getting prayed for or pray wherever. I said, yeah, but you know, maybe it's your religion and you can do that in your religion. I'm not a religious guy. You know, I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim, a Jew, a Buddhist, none of that. I just know that there's a God and I pray to it when I'm by myself and no one is around and no one can hear what I'm saying to my God. I just keep it private. And she said, well, if that's how you feel about it, I can understand that. But, you know, our church is over there in, you know, Jamaica, Queens. You could come over there at church. I said, nah, I'm too busy for church, to be honest with you. I won't be able to make it. And I don't go to church. Like I said, I'm not a Christian. I pray by myself. And she was like, I understand. But anyways, you can have this brochure and you can check it out if you want to come to church and you can read it. There's some scriptures in it. You can have this and you can read this brochure. And I'm like, no, thank you. You know, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in the trash and it's going to go to waste. You know, someone else may need it more than I do, but you know, like I said, I'm not a Christian and I don't want to take Christian material and don't read it and just dispose it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to be honest with you. It makes no sense you give one to me. I'm not going to read it. And she said, well, I understand. Well, have a blessed day. And it was nice seeing you. And, you know, may the Lord bless you. And I said, thank you. And then both of them walk away. And then Jennifer said, hey, Romain, why didn't you want any prayer? I didn't know you wasn't a Christian, Romain. I said, yeah, Jennifer, I grew up a Christian, but you know, the older I get, you know, I just believe in God, Jennifer. And Jennifer said, I understand. And Jennifer said, Romain, Greg was here earlier, you know, if you got come here like 45 minutes earlier, you would have run into Greg. I said, really? And Jennifer said, Romain, you know Greg apologized to me twice now. He came here and he apologized to me again. I said, he came here and apologized to you again? When did he apologize to you the first time? And Jennifer said, he apologized to me when we were coming down in the elevator. I said, really? He apologized in the elevator? And Jennifer said, yeah. And he came here today and he was talking to me. And the Christian lady, both of them, they prayed for him. At first, he was trying to deny it like you. And they asked him if he believed in God. And Greg said he believed in God. And then the lady said, well, if you believe in God, you shouldn't be ashamed of us praying for you. And then Greg let them pray for him. But you, Romain, you didn't let them use that on you. You were firm in what you believed in. I said, yeah, no disrespect to them, Jennifer. You know what I mean? I don't like to waste people's time. And Jennifer said, I understand. And Jennifer said, I like the fact that Greg let them pray for him though, because that's my belief and it's Greg's belief and so no hard feelings, Jermaine. I understand. So I said, so Jennifer, you're not afraid of Greg anymore. If you should see Greg again, you won't pass out or have an heart attack, right? And she said, nah, I think I'll be fine. And me and Greg were here talking for like 4 to 5 minutes before he leave. We were here talking. And he's a nice guy, Romain. And he told me he's gonna change over his life and become a new man and maybe put down the violence and stuff. I said, Jennifer, that's not how it works, Greg just cannot wake up and say he's not going to be a gangster anymore. If he hurt people in the past and they want him and he's in war, those guys that he's in war with, whenever they see Greg, they will kill him. Even if it's 10 years from now. The gangster life, Jennifer, it's two-way out of it. It's either you dead or you go to jail. And even if you're locked up behind bars, Jennifer, if you get out 15 years from now, if the enemy see you, they're gonna kill you anyway. So Greg saying he's gonna change over his life, it's a big if, Jennifer. He got to be careful because someone might kill him. And Jennifer said, well, I hope he get out of state, Romain, and go somewhere far and don't come back where you have his enemies. I said, Jennifer, even if he's in the next country, if someone saw him and say, yo, I see Greg in Germany, they will go to Germany to get him if they want him that bad. So again, Jennifer, once you join this kind of life, it's really, really hard to come out of. I've seen guys before in Jamaica where I grew up said they're done with it and they went to the countryside and someone went to the countryside, saw them, news come back to the town side, and then the guys from the town side go to the countryside and erase him. It's like that. Once you get involved, you cannot just put it down like that, Jennifer. That's not how gangster shit works. And Jennifer said, well, Romain, I just hope you be careful out there. And these ladies, they prayed for him and he said he's going to change over his life. He's going to give his life to Jesus Christ and accept him as his Lord and Savior. I said, Greg said that, Jennifer? And Jennifer said, yeah, he said that. And I said, I understand. I said, well, I wish him all the best, Jennifer. And I said, Jennifer, last night, the front desk guy down by your building, he told me he tried to call your goddaughter and he didn't get her. And Jennifer said, oh yeah, I talked to him this morning and he told me he tried to call her and didn't get her. And I told him she's not really available right now. And I said, Jennifer, last night I put out the candles in your office because I didn't want it to catch fire. So when Greg took you down into the lobby, I kind of put out the candles for you. And she said, oh, Romain, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. You're so lovely. Thank you for that, Romain. And I said, Jennifer, I also saw a photo of a girl. Is that your goddaughter? I saw a girl. She's in like a police academy graduation photo. Is that your goddaughter? And Jennifer said, oh yeah, that's her, Victoria. She's my goddaughter. She's an FBI agent for 1 year now, Romain. I said, really? She's an FBI agent? And Jennifer said, yeah, she's my goddaughter. I said, wow, that's great. She's an FBI. And Jennifer said, but she's kind of in a little situation right now, Romain. I said, really, what kind of situation? And Jennifer said, well, she's in problem with her job because she's in love with this criminal and she was messing with the case and they suspect her of messing with the case. So they kind of hold on to her until they finish the case with this criminal. I said, really? She's in love with a criminal? I said, Jennifer, how do you know she's in love with a criminal? And Jennifer said, well, she's my goddaughter and she told me about him, but she didn't tell me his name or anything. She's keeping that a secret. She's just telling me she had this criminal she's investigating and she's in love with him and the feds, they think she's messing with the case. And she told me she kind of messed with the case, Romain, but they cannot really prove that. They're just speculating and stuff, but they're holding on to her just to make sure she's not messing with the case. And I said, Jennifer, really? So what if they find out that she is indeed messing with the case? Jennifer said, well, I don't know, Romain. You remember the safe spot that I told you I can hide you if you kill Greg for me when I wanted you to kill Greg? That safe spot in my building? I said, yeah, I remember the safe room, the safe spot you was telling me about. Jennifer said, yeah, Romain. She even asked me if she could hide the criminal there. She asked you to add a criminal in the safe room, Jennifer? And Jennifer said, yeah, she's in love with this guy. And guess what, Romaine? The guy doesn't even know that she's in love with him. I said, what? She's in love with the guy and he doesn't even know? And she's helping him behind his back? So I said, Jennifer, so she didn't tell you his name or anything? And Jennifer said, no, not even his name she didn't tell me. And I said, so Jennifer, did you tell her you're gonna give her the safe spot so she could hide this guy? And Jennifer said, no, Romaine, I told her no, because I had you was going to put there. So I couldn't tell her she can have the spot, Romaine. But now that I don't want you to hurt Greg, she can have it. She can put the criminal there if she wants. She's my goddaughter, and if she's in love with this guy and she wants to hide him, no big deal, Romaine. She can hide him there. Because now I don't need the spot anymore. Because Greg, I forgive Greg. And Greg, hopefully, they don't hurt him and he get out of the state before they hurt him. And I said, yeah, Jennifer, me too. Hopefully they don't hurt him. So I'm there with Jennifer still, and I said, Jennifer, normally you'd have a whole bunch of flowers in here. I don't see any flowers. What's going on? And Jennifer said, yeah, my goddaughter, she normally get them to me, but now once in a while they let me talk to her, but she doesn't get to send me flowers and stuff like that anymore. Because she doesn't have access to a phone where she could order me some flowers, Romaine. She would have sent me at least 20 flowers by now. I said, yeah, I know, Jennifer. Whenever I come here, I always see flowers and it smells nice. But this time, I only saw the two lady that was praying for you. And Jennifer said, yeah. And I said, so Jennifer, when are they going to let you out of here? She said, Romaine, they're saying tomorrow and stuff, but they're watching me and stuff to see what's going on. So hopefully tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Jennifer, I have a little business to go take care of. So call me if you need anything and, we will talk. And Jennifer said, okay, Romaine, thanks for coming visiting me. I really appreciate that. And I said, no problem, Jennifer. I got you. So I got out of the hospital from Jennifer, it was a up and down moment in there, the vibe was all over the place. She said Greg apologized to her and a whole bunch of stuff. And Victoria is indeed her goddaughter. So, but the crazy thing is, Victoria, she's in love with a criminal. And this criminal, she's messing with this case. This sounds familiar, right? That sounds like me. She's in love with me. But I don't know if I could deal with a Fed, man. Because Friday, they're coming for me. Today's Tuesday. And when they come Friday, I'm telling you, I have a plan that they will definitely not get me on Friday, to be honest with you. Because the plan I have for Friday and what they're going to do, they're going to let her go. When they don't catch me, they're going to keep her. So I'm not even going to be able to see her, but she's in love with me and she wants to hide me in a safe place. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a stigma about dating police officers and FBI, you know what I mean? She looks good and everything, I'm telling you, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird one. But I'm gonna go over Brooklyn Navy Yard. I'm gonna go see the guys. I'm gonna talk to the guys and let them know. So let's see what's happening. So I'm driving back over to the Brooklyn Navy and I'm going down back Flushing Avenue, driving back over there. It's just like a 10-minute drive. So I'm back over there now in Brooklyn Navy Yard. When I pull up in the warehouse, I saw the deputy chief. The deputy chief is now there at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. So now it's all four of us. And I said, guys, I just went to go see Jennifer and I talked to her. She said Greg came and saw her earlier and she was talking with Greg and a whole bunch of stuff and Greg apologized to her. And James said, what? Greg went and apologized to her? I said, yeah, James. And James said, boss, you see, I told you about this Greg guy. He can't change, I told you. And Ricky said, boss, I've been trying to call Greg and I cannot get him. I've called him, I can't get him. I text him a whole bunch of stuff. It's been like an hour. I've been calling him, boss. And I said, Ricky, Greg will call you back whenever Greg gets your call. Hopefully call you back before, the Crown Ants guy come over here. So just leave him a couple voice message, Ricky. And Ricky said, boss, I leave him voice message, everything. I have a weird feeling like something is wrong with Greg, boss. Like he ran away or something. Something's not right with Greg, boss. I said, I don't know, Ricky, but if Greg run away, that's a big issue for us. Because why would Greg run away? Greg can show up and kill us anytime then. This is what I'm saying. Greg is a danger. You see, now we cannot hear from Greg and Ricky. You're having a bad feeling about this. And James said, boss, this is crazy. Imagine if Greg actually run away. Greg just can strike whenever he wants on us. And I said, well, James, Jennifer told me Greg said he's going to change her of his life and stuff like that. So maybe Greg starting today, change her of his life, I don't know. But hopefully Greg doesn't show up and try and hurt us. But it is what it is, man. That's why I wanted to get rid of Greg from day one. And the deputy said, boss, why didn't you get rid of Greg if Greg was an issue? And I said, deputy, Greg did something major. Greg showed loyalty, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, deputy, that's not enough what Greg did, you know what I mean? Greg can become a danger. And right now we cannot hear from Greg. You know, this is the feeling we're gonna have. Tonight, go to bed. Imagine we don't hear from Greg for the rest of the day. We'll be thinking stuff. But the positive thing is Jennifer told me Greg decided he's going to change her of his life. So hopefully that's what it is. So we're still over there at the warehouse. 2 hours passed by. It's 5:30 now. Still no sign of Greg. We didn't hear from Greg as yet. So now we have to come up with a different plan. And the deputy chief said, boss, the Crown Heights guys, they're coming over here tonight at about 7:30. 9 of them coming. I said, word, 9 of them? And the deputy said yes. And the deputy said, boss, being that Greg is not around and we was going to give Greg the guys, you and Ricky might have to go and take control and take over. I said, yeah, that's what's going to happen, deputy. I said, Ricky, when the Crown Heights guys come tonight at 7:30, me and you, we're going to introduce ourselves to them and we're going to tell them what's the deal. We're going to tell them about 696 guys and what's going on over there. And then I said, deputy, which one of the guys over there should I look out for? Which one is the main guy that's coming? And the deputy said, I heard one of them name is Wayne. You know, he's a guy from England, I heard. He's living in America now for about 10 years. So I asked which one is Wayne. Talk to him. He's kind of in charge of them. I said, all right, I'll talk to Wayne when I see them later on, deputy. And the deputy said, okay, boss. So I said, deputy, they're coming over here to meet us by the Brooklyn Navy Yard, right? And the deputy said, yeah, I told them to come over here by the Brooklyn Navy Yard. So 7:30, boss, look out for them. Me and James were not going to be here because remember, they're not supposed to see me and James. I said, yeah, deputy, I know that. And James said, yes, boss. I said, these apartment buildings that you have, get them lined up for tomorrow. These guys tonight, I will give them money to go stay in a hotel. After the mission tonight and everything, all 9 of them, I will give them money and say, yo, go get a hotel for the night and tomorrow we'll have apartment for you guys ready. So James, tomorrow, get me a list of the apartments that you have available for these 9 guys. And James said, okay, boss, I got that, no problem. So now it's about 6:30. Still no sign of Greg. We still didn't hear anything from Greg. Ricky at this point, Ricky is saying, boss, Greg is not coming back, boss. Something is not right and I can feel it. And I said, Ricky, it is what it is, Ricky. If we don't hear from Greg, you know, so be it. And then I said, James, deputy, you know, we told Crown Heights guys to meet us over here 7:30, you know. Maybe they try and show up early to try and show, you know, some form of punctuality. So guess what? You and the deputy chief just, you know, get up out of here right now. We'll let you guys know what's going on later. And me and Ricky, we can chill. And the deputy said, yes, boss, that's a good idea. They might show up early for real. So, James, let's get out of here. And the James and the deputy chief, you know, they went. And me and Ricky were there chopping it up, talking. And Ricky is saying, boss, I can't believe Greg, man. Greg is not answering. It's 7 o'clock now and still no sign of Greg. This is crazy. And I said, Ricky, stop worrying about Greg, man. I already told y'all we should have been killed Greg. It is what it is. And Ricky is saying, boss, you think he's gonna call later on or tomorrow? I said, Ricky, stop worrying about Greg, man. We just have to be on our P's and Q's to make sure Greg decides to strike, we're fine. But other than that, I'm not even worried about Greg. I'm thinking about the Crown Heights guys and what we're gonna do tonight, Ricky. Let's get your head in that game, Ricky. And Ricky said, that's a fact, boss. Let me get my head straight. So me and Ricky are there, 7:30 show up. We see 2 cars, a guy pull up, you know, 9 of them. I don't know how 5 guys fit in one car and 4 in the other car. Something like that, but 2 car load of guys pull up. And all of them come outside, you know what I mean? And I saw them. I saw 3 white guys and 6 black guys. So I'm like, I looked at Ricky, Ricky looked at me, I'm like, one of these white guys probably weighing Ricky. And Ricky saying this. And Ricky said, boss, which one you think is Wayne? I said, the deputy told me Wayne is English. There's only one way to find out. And then I said, yo, they got the man them, wagwan. And then one of the white guys said, what's up, mate? And then he stepped forward and I said, Ricky, that one is Wayne.